back. Are you gonna leave me? Okay. Okay, apparently my dog is not gonna stay. I thought he was gonna stay for the video. But hi guys, welcome back. Never mind. I'm Sammy, and if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button and hit the like button if you guys like this video. But today I'm gonna be talking a little bit about the times I have ran into some interesting characters. So the first time was when I was younger. I wanted to say I was in like maybe 5th grade. I was in 5th grade. So, there was this guy that lived like maybe 4 houses down the road from my family, and me, my sister, and her friend, we were walking down the road, and I was piggybacking right on my sister's friend's back. And we were just kids, we were just walking down the road. And I got off the back, and I was like, skipping down the road and, doing my thing while they talk, because they're quite older than me. And all of a sudden, I hear this truck come by, and this guy tries to hit me with his car, and my sister's friend had to literally pull me out of the path of the car, because the guy literally drew onto the sidewalk to hit me with his car. And then he got out. It was very obvious this guy was very drunk. Screaming, cussing, being very rude and verbal to a child, and saying things that you should not say to a child. So automatically I ran home crying, scared, told my dad what happened. My dad went down the road. It became a huge altercation. The guy then came to my house and told my mom that I was cussing at him and I was screaming at him, and my mom already was calling him on his BS because I was not that type of child. I was pretty, when an adult was speaking, I was very respectful to adults. And he said I threw rocks at his car. Later on in the video, we realized that it wasn't even me that threw the rocks at the car. It was my sister's friend threw rocks at his car, or, tossed the rocks towards his car. I don't know. But, yeah. And then after that, every time I walk home from school or something, he'd be sitting on his porch watching me. And we'd always have to cross the road because we had to pass the house to get home from school, unless we wanted to take the extremely long way home. Which, we didn't. It was hot. Texas heat. We wanted to get home as fast as we could. And the dog sees another dog. But, so, yeah, we always had to cross the street when we saw his house because he was a crazy old man. And his son always sat outside watching me, too. And I'm like, you guys are weird. I'm like a little kid. I was in 5th grade, but I looked like I was, in 3rd or 2nd grade. So, that happened. And then my next story is actually me and my sister, actually. So, this is right after Christmas. My sister had gotten a motor scooter. And we went to a friend's house. And it's like a 5-minute walk from our friend's house. So, we walked home from there. And, the neighborhood was relatively a good area that we thought it was a good area. So, my parents were comfortable with us walking home as long as we were together. And, it's only 5 minutes down the road. And we had our phones with us all the time. And my little sister goes ahead on her motor scooter, and this guy has a box of chocolate, and he asks for me, and she just points back and says she's back there and rides ahead. And then, so this guy offered me some chocolate, and I was like, oh, no, thank you, no, thank you. It was like that chocolate you buy from them. And I was like, oh, no, thank you, I don't have any money, but thank you. And then, so I kept on walking. At this time, I was in, I want to say, middle school or high school. I think it was high school or something like that. I was in middle school or high school, and there was a dance that happened, and I had posted a picture of me in my dress. And he was like, oh, you look so pretty in your prom dress. And I can't remember if I said homecoming or, my graduation. I really can't remember. But I was like, oh, thank you. And it really didn't click in my head how he knew I look pretty in dress. I've never seen this guy before in my life. And then I just quickly walk ahead of him. And he starts following me. And he's screaming, Samantha, Samantha, Samantha. And I'm just like, holy shit, this guy's going to kidnap me. Oh my God. And I'm freaking out. My brain didn't work very well. There was this ditch. You could either stay on the main road or you could run into this ditch. Me being, so smart, I ran into the ditch as fast as I could, and this guy is chasing me, and then, I don't know, when you go in the ditch, and then you turn down, there's this, alley, and when I turned into the alley, and I, hid behind the wall, he never came, so I called my parents, and I told my parents what happened. I called my best friend, ex-best friend, freaking out, terrified, oh my God, this guy just tried to kidnap me. what the heck? I had no idea what just happened. And then another story was when, so me and a friend were walking home. So this was like a 10-15 minute walk maybe. Walking home from getting her nails done. And the first thing happened was, like, I didn't know people just randomly come up to people and say, hey, do you want to buy some weed? But someone came up and asked us that. And we were like, oh, no, thank you. We don't smoke. And then he was like, well, y'all fine. Do y'all have some boyfriends? I had a boyfriend at the time. She did not. And I just said, yes, we have boyfriends. So I kept pulling her. And, you know, we were like, oh, that was weird. But, you know, we didn't know. We just said no and kept walking. They kind of, like, stayed in the parking lot. But eventually they left. By the time we left, they were gone. Fast forward to the other story. We were walking home, and we were crosswalking. And so there's this lady that has her window down. She's on her cell phone, which is a big no-no. You shouldn't be on your phone while you're driving in the first place. And screaming on top of her lungs, bloody murder as one on the phone. That person probably lost hearing because of this lady. And, you know, everyone's looking at her. And we were even looking at her. We just happened to look in the direction. I happened to look in the direction she was because, you know, someone screamed bloody murder. And she goes, who's that that beep? And, like, I'll come and hit you with my car. And I was like, what? Come get me with your car because you're just going to go to jail for purposely hitting me with your car. And so, you know, we just went home and kind of laughed it off. Like, that lady was crazy. Like, I feel bad for whoever she was on the phone with. And it'd be so funny if she saw the story. Because she doesn't live on my side of the neighborhood. She lives on the other part of the neighborhood. Oh, yeah. So, at our house, we're in a new developing area. So, there's always houses being put up. Always. And so, you know, they use sand to kind of level the ground, like special sand. And there'll be this lady, like, at least twice a day, come with, like, these little Ziploc bags and fill up her Ziploc bag full of sand and just leave. We don't know why she wanted the sand, but she'd always come and steal their sand. No idea why. But she'd always come and steal their sand. And then another thing that actually happened is actually in this neighborhood. So, it was last summer. And my sisters and my cousin, everyone was gone. And I didn't know where everyone went. And I went to go see. At first I thought they might have been they were at the park. I figured that's where they went. So I went and I checked at the park. And there was no one there. So I started heading back. And there was this, like, gold car. And, like, anyone that knows it, my park is literally right down the road from my house. Like, what? You would say, like, maybe a 2 to 3 minute walk? 2 to 3 minute walk. So I start heading back towards my house. And there's this, like, gold car. And the person rolls down the window and says, Samantha. And I kind of looked. Oh, no, they didn't say Samantha. They said, excuse me, miss. And I looked. And they go, can you help me out? I'm trying to find it in this area. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not really familiar with this area. I just moved here. And so I kept on walking. They kept following me. Then they said, Samantha. And I kind of started speed walking. They kind of sped up their car, too. And they're like, Samantha, Samantha. And so I just booked it to my house, rolled up the window. Like, not rolled up the window. Locked my door, armed my house. And freaking out. Like, and I was on the phone with my friend right before this, and I guess I butt dialed or something, and she could hear me freaking out and running. And then her mom advised me to call the police because he was sitting in my parking lot. Like, he had parked his car in our driveway. So I called the police, and then after I hung up the police, I called my dad and told my dad that some guy had followed me, and then everyone got home, and of course, no one believed me. They're like, no, you're making this up, this, that, this. I was like, I'm not freaking making this up. No joke. This car literally ran after me, and, like, the police made the report, and they're like, well, we'll look into it. Never saw the car again. Another story. You got a story? You got a story? You got one? Oh, I can say a story about my neighbors behind us. So, we have this dog named Neve, and before she was really a puppy, and him and one of their dogs actually made a hole, and their dog actually came to our side of the yard with the hole, and we took their dog back. And one day I was up in my room, and I see my dog at the fence. I see the lady at the fence, and so I went outside to go see what's going on, like maybe if she was bugging their dog or something. And this lady literally is trying to coach our dog through the hole of the fence. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she goes, oh, I'm just trying to feed the puppy. I was like, well, please don't feed her because we don't feed your dogs. And so I took Nevaeh inside. And I was like, that's really weird because, like, every other week they have a new dog back there. We think that they steal people's dogs. Which, why would you steal the person, like, we're not their neighbors, they're behind us. But why would you steal the people's behind you's dog? Because, I mean, I can see in your yard. I'll see if you took our dog. But, yeah. That happened. Okay, so this happened actually very recent. So, me and my dad were making a trip to Walmart. And I don't smoke, but my brother smokes cigarettes. And because I'm over the age of 18, I can buy him cigarettes. So he gave me some money to buy him cigarettes. I was like, oh, okay. And I've never bought cigarettes before. So I was like, oh, well, okay, the cigarette line is so long. And my dad was like, well, they're probably like ATV. If we go to the one right next to them, they'll bring the cigarette to you. I said, oh, okay, we'll do that. And so from the jump, this lady was so freaking rude. Like, we hate this Walmart. Like, we would literally make the extra 15-minute drive to other Walmart to avoid using this Walmart. That's how bad they are. And from the jump, she was rude. And I was like, oh, I would like, I said the cigarette that my brother wanted. She goes, you can't buy cigarettes in this line. You have to go in that line. I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, okay. I was like, okay, that's fine. I don't care. Like, I'll just pay for my stuff here and go to the next line. And my dad goes, wait. She can't buy the cigarettes in this line? And the lady goes, yeah, she can't buy the cigarettes in this line. And my dad goes, well, why? Because she can't, but can you tell me why? And she goes, well, sir, do you see cigarettes on this line? Do you see cigarettes in this line? And my dad goes, well, no, but why can't you go and get the cigarettes? And she was just being rude, just saying she can't. So we're like, can we speak to your manager? And so they brought him in, and she, like, dropped our items and refused to bag our items. She just set them on, like, the little, there's those, like, little circle thing, and then the bags refused to bag our items, just setting them on there, so I'm bagging them up, and then putting them into our cart, and the only thing that she put in the cart was, it was a case of soda, and she picked it up, like, this is the bottom of the Pepsis, and this is the cart, like, maybe like that, and she drops them. Like, if those busted, you be getting us a new one. And then she gets the manager, and the manager's just the same way, we can't. And then my dad was like, the register will physically not let us, she can't ring them up. My dad was like, well, why can't you walk? Well, he couldn't walk. Why can't you roll yourself over there and get them? And we were asking something, you can't take 10 steps to go get the cigarettes for us? And they're like, no, we can't. Not answering. So my dad goes, the guy goes, we cannot ring up cigarettes on these registers. I'm going like this at us. And my dad was like, where's the sign that says you can't? And he goes, we don't have one. My dad was, well, maybe you guys should put one up. So then we were like, we're going to take our business elsewhere. And so we got in the car, and my mom actually works for Walmart. Like, she's one of the bigger managers in Walmart. And then she actually explained to us why they can't do that, because we were calling my mom. And she said because you have to be over 8, just like I have to be over 18 to buy the cigarettes, you have to be over 18 to sell them. So they only have over 8-year-olds on that register, and the minors work the other register. And we're like, okay, that's understandable. If they had just explained to us why you can't help us and why we can't scan these over here, no problem. Okay, my bad, my mistake. I'll go to the other line. But just think, I can't. And then this guy in middle conversation with me and my dad turns his wheelchair and rolls away. Like, how are you a manager and you can't handle conflict? Like, he couldn't handle the conflict. And he was like, well, because you're yelling at us. And my dad goes, I'm not yelling, raise my voice. And y'all started the attitude. Like, I don't appreciate the attitude. It's y'all's job to keep your cool, not mine. And, like, my dad didn't need to yell. But it was frustrating because all they kept telling us is, I can't. And just from the jump, both of them had such a, like, rotten attitude. Not, oh, how can I help you? No, just the most rude attitude ever. Like, this Walmart sucks. I can make another video of just awful experiences I've had just at this Walmart. Just that Walmart. I can make an entire video. But that's going to be it for this video. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And remember, you guys are all beautiful and handsome. You guys are all perfect. And you guys all have a purpose in this world. Always remember to smile. And if you guys want a part 2, let me know. And if you guys want a whole video of just my bad experience at that Walmart, I will do that. But I love you guys. Bye!